want to talk to you for just a second about thinking like a business owner. People that have owned businesses before, they understand total net cost. Now, if you've ever never owned a business before and you're not familiar with thinking that way, I want to introduce you to this because this makes a really big difference in any business that you ever get started in. There's always an initial investment when you start a business. But that's not your total net cost. Your total net cost is your initial investment plus or minus earnings and expenses. So that's never the whole picture. Your initial investment is never the whole picture. It's just the first piece. And so it's important to look at the entire picture and see, okay, what is it really costing me to start this business? What am I really going to be investing as I get a business started? So I want to go over this really quick. I know you hate math. I hate math. A lot of you on this webinar today are not big math people. Just be patient and hang in here with me. It's going to go very quickly. But I want to show you this really quick. This is something unique to our team. What I'm about to show you, I don't have to show you. I certainly don't have to. And I'll explain why at the end. But I'm going to, because as a team we believe in educating people so that they can make a good solid decision about how they want to get their business started. I don't want anybody coming back to me later saying, hey, you didn't tell me such and such, or if you would have told me that, I would have done it differently. So for me to have a clear conscience, I make sure that I tell everybody right up front everything they need to know to make the best decision for them. So we're going to do some math here really quick. We're going to talk about becoming a platinum director. Now the reason we're talking about becoming a platinum director, because of course that's everybody's goal. The commissions are huge at the platinum level. So everybody's goal is to get to platinum, but not everybody starts there. Sometimes people have to start at basic or premier and kind of work their way up. So what I want to do is I want to show you the total net cost of starting at each level so that you can kind of get an idea of how this works. First of all, your initial investment, you can see here at the basic level, your initial investment is $1,295. Your initial investment at the premier level is $3,995, and your initial investment at platinum is $11,000. Okay, following so far? Those are all figures we've gone over before, but now is where the other figures come in. So with the initial investment, that's money out of your pocket, that's money that you're actually investing into your business. The next thing is your first two basic sales. Your first two basic sales, if you started at the basic level, the first two basic sales are training sales. Remember, that's your director's payment for training. That's what they get for training you. So you'll see here in our equation it says negative 1,000 for each of them. Because although that didn't come out of your pocket, you didn't have to pay for that out of your pocket, it came out of what you did together, that's still money that slipped through your fingers and up to your director. You still did the work, you still did advertising, you still had expenses, you were still running your business, you just didn't get to keep the commission. So because of that, that money counts against your investment for your total net cost. So again, negative 1,000, negative 1,000. Now, once you're at the basic level, once you are a director and you're making commissions, at some point you're going to want to reinvest and become a premier director. You're going to want to step up and get that level 2 package. Well, the premier upgrade is $3,500. That's what it costs to step up later if you started at basic. So again, negative $3,500, and that is money that would come out of your pocket. That's something that you would pay to get that second level package, that upgrade. And once you did that, you would need to do your 2 training sales at the second level, which means negative $3,200, because that's the commission you would have made, but it's going to slip through your fingers up to your director. You're going to do the work, but you don't get to keep that commission because you're not a director above that level, right? So then, when you're ready to upgrade to platinum, once you want to get to that third level, it's $7,500 to step up to the third level. So your total cost in packages, just in the vacation packages themselves, if you start at basic and you work your way up slowly, your total cost out of pocket is $12,295. But that's not your total net cost. That's just the investment in the packages. Your total net cost is actually $20,695 because of those commissions that you lost. You worked for them, but you lost them because they went to your director as payment for training. Now that's not bad. For those of you who have looked at franchises before, that's a heck of a deal to have your own business for $20,000. That's a really great deal. But I want to take you a step further. Let's talk about what it means to come in Premier. Now, a lot of people on the surface, you look at it, you go, oh, well, it costs $3,000 more to start at Premier. Actually, it doesn't, and I'm going to show you why. If you started at Premier, again, your initial investment is $3,995, but your first two basic sales you get to keep because they're below your level of entry. Remember, you're training at the level of entry, which means you're going to be working on those second level training sales. So those bottom level sales you get to keep. So plus 1,000 plus 1,000. Those first two basic sales go right back in your pocket and help to offset your initial investment. You don't have to worry about a Premier upgrade because you bought the Premier to begin with. So you are already at the Premier level. However, you still have to do those two training sales at the Premier level because you came in at Premier, so you're doing two Premier training sales. So again, negative 3,200, negative 3,200, that goes against your initial investment. When you're ready to step up to Platinum, same thing here, 7,500. So your total cost out of pocket, and we add these numbers up, the total cost out of pocket is only $11,495. So you can see you've saved $800 from basic to Premier on the total cost of packages. You saved $800 just on the packages themselves. But it's an even bigger savings than that. Because of the money you got to reinvest in your business by keeping what was below your level of entry, your total net cost is only $17,895. So you actually saved $3,000 about starting at Premier. So on the surface, it looks like it costs more to start at Premier. It looks like it costs $3,000 more, but the truth is, when you crunch the numbers all the way down, it actually nets $3,000 less. It costs $3,000 less net cost to get started at Premier. Okay, following me? Here we go. Let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Platinum. So if people come in at Platinum, again, you're working at the Platinum level, so it's going to take two Platinum training sales to get you qualified, and you get to keep everything below that level. So the first two basic sales you get to keep. So that's plus 1,000 and plus another 1,000. There's no upgrades because you bought the Platinum and you bought everything right up front, so everything's included. And you get to keep the Premiers because they're also below your level of entry. You're on level 3. Those are level 2, which means you get to keep plus 3,200 plus 3,200 for those first two sales. So your total cost out of pocket is still just 11,000. It didn't change. But the total net cost totally changed. Your total net cost, if you come in at Platinum, because of the money you get to reinvest in your business, is only $2,600. That's a huge difference. $2,600. So people look at Platinum and they think, wow, it's more expensive to get started. Okay, it is. But once you get down to the bottom of the equation, you realize you save $18,000 by starting at Platinum, which is why a lot of our members choose to start at Platinum or to get there as quick as they can. But that's not all. Not only do people save a lot of money, remember I told you a minute ago there's a reason why I probably shouldn't tell you this, but a reason why I do anyway. Guess who makes that $18,000 if we don't show you this diagram? Guess who gets to keep that $18,000 if you don't know this? Yeah, we do. The director, whoever's bringing you into the program, gets to keep that $18,000. But we believe, as a team, we believe that it's more important that you reinvest that $18,000 in your business and that you use that money to do advertising or get the things that you need so that you can become successful faster. So yeah, okay, in the short run, yeah, we make a little less money by being honest with you and telling you all this right up front. But it's important that people make a good solid decision and that they come in at whatever level they're comfortable with, but they have all the facts to begin with, so they know where it's most advantageous for them to get started. Okay, so let's look at something else here. Not only does somebody at Platinum save money, but there's part of this equation we haven't even figured in. Right now, we're just looking at the money. We're just looking at cold hard cash. But there's some intangibles that we need to discuss as well. And that is, if you started at basic, you'll see here your total net cost was $20,000, right? The total size of your new team is 0. Because you didn't get to keep any of those. All those training sales went up to your director, so your director is training all those people, right? So you don't have anybody on your team in this equation. In this illustration, you have nothing. And no sales pending, no commissions pending, any of that. However, if you started at Premier, you got to keep those first 2 basic sales, which means you have 2 members on your team. You have 2 people that you're working with that owe you a total of $4,000 in pending commissions because they're going to give you training sales. Remember, it takes 2 training sales to become a director. So each of those people are going to owe you 2 training sales each worth $1,000 a piece. So that's $4,000. And if you started at Platinum, you can see not only did it cost you a whole lot less, but you've got an even bigger team. You've got a team of 4 people that you're training and working with that owe you a total of $16,000 in pending commissions. So looking at the equation at first, you don't see this part of it, but this is something you got to take into account too, is that one way you're just getting some packages and you're just getting up to the level you need to. But if you start at Platinum or even Premier, you're not just building yourself up to that level, you're also building a team while you're at it. You're building some secondary income that'll be coming in later.